Your cash flow may impact your feelings of survival, security, and thriving. And the purpose of this video is to offer you some things to think about. In doing so, you'll begin to find ways to maximize your income and optimize your expenses. Budgeting, in other words, is typically important to people because as they make sure that their income is greater than their expenses, by doing so they create certainty that they will always have the ability to pay for their survival resources. Additionally, they create certainty that they'll be able to buy things that make them feel good. Money is a very powerful form of influence. You, of course, have the potential to be more influential than money. You may even have already cultivated your power of influence such that you really are more influential than money. And that's an extremely useful thing. With that said, money is a very powerful form of influence, and it serves the important purpose of simplifying trade, signaling value, and storing value. Because of money, people do not otherwise have to figure out how to trade their skills. If you were a dentist, for example, without money, it would be more difficult for you to exchange your services with a chef. Figuring out how many meals that chef would have to provide you with in exchange for dental work could become complex, but with money, that trade is simplified. You each charge what you want to charge for your services, and your customers decide if they want to pay that price. Money also serves as a signal of value. It does not need to be this way, but people often appreciate things more when those things cost more money. In fact, if you attempt to sell something of value at an extremely low cost, some might even doubt the authenticity of that valuable thing that you're selling. And finally, money can be used as a store of value, meaning you can hold on to money and accumulate money for an extended amount of time, and then you can use that money later in exchange for services and things. Since money is so useful, it is logical that you would want it. It's logical that you would want a lot of it because with money, you can influence people to do things for you and to give you things and to allow you access to the places and things that make you happy. You logically want enough money to pay for a home, food, drink, and security. You logically want enough money to pay for things that are fun or otherwise make you feel good. In order for this to happen, you naturally consider where your money is coming from, and you are, to a degree, aware of where you spend that money. You naturally want a lot of money to come to you, and you likely do not want to spend more money than is coming to you. Ideally, you'll spend less money than is coming to you, and you'll save or otherwise invest the extra money. You can set yourself up for this kind of budget surplus by sharpening your skill, which is to appreciate yourself and everything that you have. Appreciation really is precious. Your appreciation of yourself means that you know the value of who you are, you know the value of what you do. Knowing your value is the key to your financial income. The more you know your value, the more money you will make. Your existence alone is valuable for you and for other people. Your existence allows you to experience the world that you live in. Because you exist, you get to discover things, be excited by things, you get to desire things, and take action toward the achievement of those things that you desire. Your existence is so valuable to you and to other people. Because you exist, people feel that they are not alone. Because you exist, people get to be inspired by the amazing things that you've accomplished. Because you exist, just because you exist, people get to experience the powerful bliss that comes from loving you. Young children are the best example of this kind of value, which is known as unconditional value. Young children bring a great deal of joy to so many people just by existing. These children are not yet contributing anything other than their existence. They do not work, they do not make things, they just exist. Meanwhile, they require people to feed them, clothe them, shelter them, and teach them. And as young children, again, there's very little that they do in return for these services, yet people want these children so badly. Some people work really hard to even have children, and these people express their love for their children before the children are even born. Unconditional value is real. Children have it, you have it, everyone has it. Your existence is valuable, and your guardians at one time were more than willing to pay for your existence. They were paying you to exist. They did not necessarily give you money, but they did give you the things that you would have purchased with that money. Some people maintain their awareness of their unconditional value so staunchly that even into their adulthood, they have people who just give them money in exchange for their presence. People are paying to watch other people on social media platforms, as an example. People sign up for memberships, they offer tips, etc., just to watch someone living their life. Sometimes people want company, but they don't have the social skills to get it. Many of these people are willing to, and they opt to pay another human being just to be present. Any of these options are possible for you if you want them, but you have to know your own value. You have to just know that you are special. When you really know that, you will encounter people who are willing to give you money just because you're special. Knowing your unconditional value makes you attractive in multiple ways. You'll either attract great sums of money just for existing, or you will attract the attention of recruiters for those jobs that pay great sums of money. Exchanging labor for work is one of the most obvious ways for getting money. And people often consider what kind of work is immediately available to them, and they consider the amount of money that they will get for that work. To their detriment, people often assume that they will not be able to make more money for the same work, or they assume that they will not be able to get the work that pays more money. The assumption is flawed, and it reveals that a person would be well served if they further appreciate themselves and what they can do. People will pay you larger and larger sums of money for the same work. People will offer you work that just comes with higher pay, but for this to happen, those people need to know that you're worth it. They need to feel good about giving you more money or giving you higher paying jobs. And a person will feel good about you if that person appreciates you. That person might already know how to appreciate you, or they might not know, but you can influence that person's appreciation of you. Your self-appreciation really is that influential. The more you appreciate yourself, the more you feel good about yourself, the more you influence people to feel good about you. It's that simple. The better and better people feel about you, the more and more they will be willing to pay you. If you're someone who believes that the amount of money that you make is limited, the time is right now. Advance your skill of self-appreciation. When you feel amazing about yourself, the way that you think is going to change. You're going to be open to new possibilities, and you'll be open to learning more about what's available to you. Appreciate yourself, and you will find new opportunities to make more money. But also appreciate yourself, not just to make more money. Appreciate yourself mostly so that you feel amazing. The reason why you would want more money anyway is that you just want to feel amazing. You want to feel good. You want to feel satisfied. Having more money will allow you to buy new things or signal a higher financial status, and one would think that this is what would make you feel satisfied and amazing, but it's not. That is not what makes you feel satisfied and amazing. It is your appreciation of what you have. That's what's satisfying and amazing. It's easy to appreciate new things, and that's why a lot of people want more money. They want to buy something new because it's easy to appreciate something new, and that feels amazing. It's actually quite easy to appreciate things that are not new when you're well practiced at appreciating all the things that you already have. And this is about the consistent stories that you tell and believe about what you already have. And at one time, the things that you have were brand new, and you told amazing stories about those brand new things. Those stories still exist, and you should tell them much more often. Tell the story of how you love that you get to experience this world. Tell the story of how much you love all of the things that you have. Tell the specific stories about each thing that you have, and think about what you are able to do because of what you have. Think about what all that means to you, and do all of this all of the time. Enjoy the value of what is in your possession at all times. And that may take some practice, but when you're just habitually happy about what you have, two things are going to happen. The first is you'll find yourself with less need to spend money because you're already feeling so satisfied. The second is you'll find yourself encountering new opportunities, either to make more money or to access the things that you would have purchased with more money. You are worthy of 6 and 7-figure annual incomes. What you already have is enough for you to feel like someone who earns a 6 or 7-figure income. Your advanced appreciation is what drives this lesson home for you. Appreciate yourself and what you have such that you feel satisfied and happy right now. That is the foundation of your financial success. Sending good vibes.